In the last few days, the disinformation machine of the new patriotic party has been ratcheted up, and they've taken it a notch higher. This time, Reverend Ntim Fordjour, who also doubles as the Member of Parliament for the good people of Asin South, has made very wild claims to the effect that 2 aircrafts which passed through Ghana for various reasons were carrying drugs, and that was the reason why they were here. He also alleged that they were involved in money laundering, and therefore he was calling for investigations. As you may be aware, President Mahama gave him the opportunity to present any evidence or any basis he has for making that claim to the security services, so that together we could look into the matter to ascertain whether there was any truth in it. I can report to you that because he knew he was peddling total falsehoods and lies, he now claims, after being invited to assist with investigations, that he was speaking on behalf of the committee that he was part of, and that the views he expressed were not his personal views. So because of that, he says he's unable to cooperate with the security agencies. I say that he was peddling falsehood because the facts as they exist vary completely from the claims that he made. When he made that claim, he was only seeking to peddle falsehood in a bid to undermine the confidence that the people of Ghana have in this government. The truth is that 2 aircrafts with completely different purposes arrived in Ghana, and their arrival was perfectly legitimate, and they were here for very genuine reasons. The first one is an Antonov flight 12BK with registration number CVK 7037. Now, this flight essentially is a cargo plane which arrived on the 12th of March 2025. Now, no plane arrives in Ghana without a landing permit. So this plane secured a landing permit with number GAF/TMAO/25/7863. Now, the purpose for arriving in Ghana was what we call a technical stop. Essentially, this is a cargo flight that was destined for the European Union market. And European Union regulations dictate that some specific regulatory requirements be met before any plane of that sort can enter the EU. Now, this plane originated from Luanda in Angola. It was loaded with oil drill equipment and lubricant oil, which were contained in jerrycans. It was headed for the EU market. Now, Luanda does not have the certification to carry out the sort of requirements that this plane had to meet before entering the EU market. Now, the specific requirement is a scanning and screening RA3 procedure, which is a requirement to enter the European Union. Rwanda doesn't have it. The Swiss cargo facility at the Kodoka International Airport has that certification, and they can do that kind of scanning. Whilst here, it developed an engine blade fault. Its engine blade was damaged, and then it was also detected that there was severe oil leakage, which required immediate attention. For that reason, a replacement aircraft, URCEZ, with registration number CVK 7007, was brought in to evacuate the cargo. The aircraft that was damaged remained here for 13 days. That is between 12 March and 25th March 2025. After it had been inspected by aviation security, officials of the Narcotic Control Commission, officials of National Security and National Intelligence Bureau, no contraband or unlawful commodities were found on the aircraft. Now, the second aircraft in question is a Hawker 800 XP with registration number N823AM. Now, this aircraft is operated by an organization called AirMed International, which is based in Birmingham, Alabama, in the United States of America. It operates as an air ambulance. Now, Air Medical International flights in Ghana are handled by Tropicana Airlines. Now, this plane landed in Ghana on 20th March from Gran Canaria, Las Palmas, Spain, having gone through Luanda in Angola. Now, it was also here for a technical stop, which is refueling and crew rest, which is perfectly legitimate activity. It was cleared to land in Ghana with clearance number GAF TWXR252604 OFAA0297/25. Now, whilst it was landing in Ghana, it developed a tire burst and some difficulty with its landing gear, and therefore needed to remain here to be serviced. So another aircraft with registration number N864 arrived on 22nd March with tires and flight engineers from Luanda to replace the damaged tires of the aircraft. Now, once this was fixed, it departed the Kotoka International Airport on 25th March. The aircraft was once again inspected by officials of aviation security, officials of national security, officials of the National Intelligence Bureau, and NACOC, who made sure that it did not contain any unlawful substances, as alleged by Reverend Ntim Fordjour. So, in a nutshell, the claims of Ntim Fordjour are false. He cannot prove it. That is why he is running away from the investigative bodies. He is unable to provide any shred of evidence to back his claim. I urge you to be wary of a desperate MPP that believes that the best way to claw his way out of the humiliating defeat they suffered in December 2024 is to peddle these falsehoods under the guise of performing legislative oversight. Whilst we welcome legislative oversight and scrutiny and criticism of any sort aimed at ensuring that we improve upon governance, it is important to condemn this level of political obscurantism, which is deliberately targeted at misinforming people and misleading the public and bringing government's name into disrepute for no reason. Reverend Ntim Fordjour has failed to honor the invitations extended to him by national security because he does not have a shred of evidence, and he will never be able to provide any evidence to back his claim because none of the things that he said were true.
No, he's lying. He's just peddling falsehood. And that is why if the government continues to let Kwakye Ofosu lead to this conversation, they will lose credibility big time. They should allow the security agencies to just issue, a statement on the specific responses. There's all the threats and all the extreme discomfort that they are showing and the propaganda they are doing.
Somebody's threatening you?
Oh, yes. Kwakye Ofosu right on your sister station. On Ekosi saying, has threatened, Obi asked him a specific question, that President Mahama said that he takes the matter seriously, and so there should be investigation. He said, no, I speak for the president, and I have president's backing that he doesn't mean it, and he says it is comical, and therefore we are not interested in any investigation. On record, we will circulate that video for everybody to see. Obi asked him again, so are you not more interested in the investigation? He said, no, we are not interested in any investigation. We only want to make an example of Ntim Fordjour. I have taken judicial notice of that. My lawyers are going to take action on that. And everybody is watching. The kind of example they want to make, they should bring it on. I am ready. But I want to let you know.
Say your lawyers have taken notice of those comments.
Yes.
In what? You want to take him on?
No, whatever action, you will hear of us. But if you become president and you order your spokesperson to be threatening people, ranking member on Defense and Interior Committee, member of Parliament, to be threatening him, you will deal with him, you make an example of him. We are waiting for that presidential instruction to be undertaken. And the whole world will know.
Perhaps legally, and to push you to provide whatever evidence you have.
Then it is for him to answer when it's called upon.
Administration, our airport has become the grounds for the
transportation. He says that they are not interested in investigation. He said it, and these are his words. You watch it, and so you know what I'm talking about.
But in the video that we just played, he explains why
I'll come to that.
The two aircraft landed in the country.
Let's take our time. We'll come to the matter. This was yesterday's video. We are talking about just a few minutes ago.
Right.
And you watched it, so please. Now, history is repeating itself. In 2023, and anyone who has Google it. Go to Ghana Web, go to Modern Ghana. January 2013, January 2013, in the first term of President Mahama's government, there was a flight that went to Turkey from Ghana. It took an Iranian news agency to break that news. Al Jazeera picked it up. CNN picked it up. Modern Ghana also transmitted it here. Daily Guide and then and Ghana Web. We are taking you back to his memory lane. They picked it, and your producer can fact check it. They impounded a flight, a Turkish flight from Ghana loaded with gold worth $80 million. When they impounded it and contacted Ghanaian officials on information regarding it, they zipped, and to date, nobody spoke about it. The Turkish authorities impounded it and confiscated it. It has become, property of the state of Turkey. And we are sitting here at the same time. One cocaine is flying left, right, center. Never before have we experienced, in less than 3 months, total cocaine bust worth $500 million. First, $150 million in Takrady, which was purported to be a parliamentary candidate of NDC in Sekondi for 2020. Then they went on to bust another one, high profile, in the words of President Mahama, high profile bust of cocaine, $350 million in Cape Coast. Within that same week, there was money laundering, one of the biggest money laundering operations conducted by National Security with their own videos. I didn't break that news. They went with their cameras. They showed the whole of Ghana. 12 containers containing gold, containing cash. And 2 months on, when we even expected the media, the same media, to even follow up, and everybody kept quiet, the minority is asking questions. What is the status of all these? And around that same time, 2 suspicious flights entered Ghana. We have thousands of flights who come and go. Why are we zeroing down on only these 2? And we raised in our press conference that these 2 suspicious flights, they came around the same saga of money laundering cocaine time.
You're still stand by that
allegation. They came around the same time cocaine matter. And one was even an ambulance. There is no record of any patient they brought. And there's no record of any patient they took away. But after 5 days, there was another one who also came for 13 days. They all left together to Gran Canaria around the same time. Now, it was the same night, that's the same day, that there was a major doomsday at the airport. So all these 3 are coincidence? Is the question I'm asking. All these 3 are coincidence. So we come to raise questions that give us specific, there was even a pirate issue also. Give us answers to these and updates on them. If investigations have gone on, how far? Tell us the investigation. And we did not direct our queries even to the president, neither did we direct it to Kwakye Ofosu. We said that the relevant agencies, because they have the authority. They know what we don't know.
But the president took serious view of your allegations.
Yes, I'm coming.
And decided
we asked that,
ask questions.
Tell us, because it was suspected that those planes were carrying some illicit cargo. And so come and tell us, is it, what did they carry, what did they take out? Simple statement from NACOC, simple statement from National Security, simple statement from NIB, that, we've taken notice of these flights. They came and they left. Nothing untoward happened. The whole of Ghana would have been okay. They didn't do that. Instead, they chose to do politics with it. Time, the same security agency, within the period they needed some MPs, had written to the speaker, and we had seen the response. They are now going to write to the speaker. And it was at the same time, I can say, they are not interested in any investigations, but they only want to make an example of me. I have taken judicial notice of that statement.
Yeah, see, because because your actions border on criminality. Publication of false news.
I am going to sue Kwakye Ofosu. I'm going to sue him.
I didn't hear.
No, because this threat, clear. He said that they are not interested in investigations. They only want to make an example. So it is a willful attempt to persecute, a willful attempt to cause harm, a willful attempt.
No, but those are your inferences.
These are enough evidence, and it's coming from him.
Ongoing, is to make an example of you.
Please don't. Obi, don't do that.
It borders on criminality.
Obi, don't do that.
Publication of false news.
Obi, don't do that. Obi Sano.
Yes.
Sir, President say he takes the matter seriously. Also, Debbie, President in the kind, but me say comical. And I was and you know, Kasama president say, the Mikambiano, I have his authority. And you know, one person says he takes the investigation seriously. On another brother says he doesn't take it seriously. And now, besides investigation, they are not interested, it's not necessary. But they will only make an example.
They will
of
do it to make an example out of you.
No, so they did one investigation. It says that they just want to make an example of him. It is on that you can play his words. No, please, Obi. We are to him, no, what he said. He played it. And let me tell you.
They are all kind in actually investigations.
Let me tell you.
And also they will do it to make an example.
I'm saying it on your show.
Yes.
Was it President Mahama and a Tanachi? And he has said, you can be your command.
Yes.
And to say President Mahama say they are going to make an example of me.
Yes.
In Ntim. I am ready. They should come and make every example they want to make. They have made the intention clear. Intolerant, highly intolerant. I've never seen any government this intolerant. Sir, my picking intel, same intel, what they call cocaine. My picking intel. Same time, when NDC next week, I will the kind of big names NDC are member bono. That is why they want to gag me.
And next week,
say you bunu kakra, and then me were there to. But next week, member Buankasa. It is one person be bomb ascendium. No more bomb ascendium kura. Jelly me 100 years kurana masa. We will expose them.
You're engaging in an emotional blackmail.
That be. No, nipa no catch us. Or no, the president to say.
Yes.
He is not interested in investigation, and that he is only interested in making an example of me. Let them come and make me a hero. I am ready. Let them come and persecute me. Obi, say me pen me the first politician.